should you find out your baby's sex? So obviously this is an incredibly personal choice and one that nobody can make for you. But I've been having this, discussion a lot with clients. I look at my own experience. I recently found out that I'm having a girl, and yeah, so I've been thinking about it a lot, and I thought other people might be interested in exploring it. So, there's pros and cons to finding out the sex. Most people, usually they have like a preference, right? Even if it's just a small one. Some people are hoping for a girl, some people are hoping for a boy, and that's very, very normal, very natural to have, to be hoping a little bit more for one than the other. And of course, regardless of the sex, we're going to love our baby, and you become used to whatever the sex is that you're going to have. But so some potential benefits of learning the sex is you have some time to, reconcile with what the sex is before you have the baby. So, and this kind of has to do with your personality too. Like, I'm somebody that I need time to process. Surprise information it kind of like makes my brain go like this. And so for me, I was like, I would like to find out, through, it's the NIPT test. It's like a blood test, and it tests to see your babies, if they're at risk for Downs, trisomy 13, different chromosomal issues, but it also allows you to determine or to see the sex, or to find out the sex of the baby. And so for me, I wanted to know because I have a little boy, and if I'm honest, I want a girl. And I thought, okay, I want to find out at 12 weeks because if I'm having another boy, it'll give me some time to get used to that idea. And because I was thinking like, okay, if I don't find out and then I find out at birth and a boy comes out, of course I'll love that baby, but I'm nervous that I'll have a little bit of disappointment during a time that is supposed to be so joyful. And who knows if I would or wouldn't. Like, maybe I'd be like, I'm just so grateful that this healthy baby is in my arms. I could care less if it's a boy or a girl. But for me, again, I just wanted to know early. I was talking to a client that said that, yeah, like she has a preference for one sex over the other, but she felt really sure in herself that when the baby came out, she would be so grateful either way that there wouldn't really be space in her experience for disappointment. Because number one, she'd just be happy that she wasn't birthing anymore. But again, she would be looking at this baby and connecting with this unique little baby, and that the sex just wouldn't matter to her. And she felt like doing that and just bypassing any potential disappointment like earlier on, because of course, when the baby's inside of you, you feel connected to them, but they still feel like somewhat of an abstract idea because you can't like see them, you can't hold them. And so you start to like, especially when you find out the sex, sometimes we can't help but to apply like characteristics to them based on the sex, which isn't fair, right? Because even if the anatomy is like female anatomy, the baby could identify as male or they, and vice versa. So I guess the gist of this is saying it's a very personal experience, but to just like think about who you are, like how you process information. If again, you would rather have time to like kind of process, like again, like you're somebody like me, like I want to know, I want to like kind of figure things out before I'm thrust into that situation, then yeah, maybe it could be beneficial to find out the sex. If you're like, I just want to stay like open, I don't want to go through any disappointment like earlier in the pregnancy, I just want to meet the baby that I'm meant to have, and they're going to be a boy or a girl, and I'll be fine with either. Yeah, so take some time to consider, and don't let other people pressure you. It doesn't matter if everybody in your family wants to know the sex. If you don't want to find out, you don't need to find out. If people are like, no, you shouldn't find out till the baby's born, but you really want to know earlier, find out earlier. This is your choice, and don't let anybody pressure you into like the opposite decision. Make the choice that feels best for you. All right, if you have any questions about this or anything else about pregnancy, childbirth, motherhood, let me know in the comments below.